Hey guys, Mumford and Kid here. Never mind. How's everybody doing? Um, it's time for some more reviews. I'm back again. Welcome to my comic review. I got a stash here to talk about this for the books that came out. What is that? The just want to make sure came out the 18th of May, and we got some Marvel, got some DC, and we got some indie. And of course, there's a big one in here. Um, and I'm even going to tell you guys right now that I actually have a pick of the week. Yeah. Usually I don't do pick of weeks, but I actually have a pick of the week this time. One time, you're going to see the I'm the Geek High Lord give you a pick of the week. So let's get to it, shall we? All right. So let's start off with Marvel. And basically, we'll start off with all new Wolverine #8. This is the box story arc, new story, the box. Um, Taylor still continues to do a good job with this. This was new artists on this. Takara, uh, that's her name, Takara. Takara's the artwork was good. But this is just fun. I love Laura with Gabby, her clone. Who's kind of like a kid. She has this pet Wolverine. It's so funny. But the main gist of it is Maria Hill calls Laura. She's like, I'm not answering that. Don't answer that phone, Gabby. Things like that. Uh, Unfortunately, it happens. And if you see that glare moving around, that's the TV's on. So apologize for that. But Maria basically comes and asks them for help. They had got some vital information. I'm not going to really spoil too much, but they ask for somebody else to help. And when Laura gets to see it, this is where I really wanted to talk about, because Laura gets to see a familiar face or someone she knows. Basically, we find out that Maria hired Old Man Logan to retrieve this information, and Laura sees it, and Gabby's like, hey, wait a minute, isn't that? And the look on Laura's face tells it all. First, she's like, almost like she sees someone that she loved and cared about and respected, but then she literally remembers that, no, that's not him. That's not him. She's like, no, he's from the future, the past, wherever. It's not the Wolverine that I know. So instantly, she does not classify Old Man Logan as the Wolverine that she knows, and she's kind of damn right not to. But it ended pretty funny because we find out where Old Man Logan is and where the information is, and I'm not going to spoil where it is, but it had a Pinocchio feel to it. That's the best way to describe it. But all new Wolverine number, what is this? 8. Good stuff. All right, let's move on to the Astonishing Ant-Man #8. I got the variant cover, the Horseman of Apocalypse. I thought it'd be cool. You're looking at Scott as if he was a Horseman of Apocalypse. Um, this was good. This was good. Seeing, first of all, I've got to spoil this. Cassie is kind of a somewhat villain. Yeah, Cassie Lang. She goes by the name Stinger now. And she got her powers, I believe, the power broker. Once again, I applaud who's writing this? Spencer? Yeah, Nick Spencer and all those, I applaud them for using the power broker, because the power broker has never been used a lot since a long time ago in Marvel Comics, but we actually see them being used again. So I applaud them in this. But it's really cool to see Scott, you know, getting together his team to go after Darren Cross and steal from Darren Cross. And you see a lot of these low-level villains. Um, talking to the magician and about, if you ever leave, if you go to New York, they're telling him like the heroes to watch out for. Spider-Man, don't laugh at his jokes, blah blah blah. If you go uptown, you're gonna be in the devil's territory. Just be careful. He likes to beat up on people. He's got anger issues. I thought that was really funny. And if you see this guy, if you run into the Punisher, run, 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 run. I thought it was hilarious. But the reason why Cassie's doing this because she's doing it to in spite of her father. And I'm like, Cassie, it's not his fault. He's doing it for all the right reasons. He just doesn't want to see you get hurt. But it ends on a cliffhanger, especially because of what Cassie tries to do. But I guess this is all leading up to why Scott ended up in jail. But yeah, enjoyed this very much. All right, let's move it on. Here it is, y'all. Civil War 2. This is issue number 0. Bendis and Oliver Coppelli. I love Oliver Coppelli's artwork. Very cinematic, very dramatic. I talked about this with a couple of my other friends. I know a lot of people who have been has been very fatigued by the Marvel events, and I have a lot of understanding and believing. Yeah, you're right. You are correct. You are correct, good sirs and ladies, my lords and ladies. You are correct, because yeah, Marvel likes to dish out and whore out a lot of these events, and they don't do a damn thing about it. And then why am I speaking in a British accent? I have no idea. But anyway, this still was pretty decent. It kicks off with Jennifer Walters, aka She-Hulk, doing her day job, which she is. She's an attorney. We get to see that. It was really cool. We get to see some things go down, something that maybe a big push for Rhodey. I'm not going to spoil too much in there. We get to see what is the mindset of Carol, and the biggest thing is maybe we get to see who is, I guess, the fuel to this war that's going to come between Carol and Tony. He's a new Inhuman, and okay, yeah. But not a bad start. If Bendis can continue to write like this, okay. Now, if you're gonna say, "Hey, Chris, so are you gonna get into the tie-ins miniseries?" I've thought about it, and I'll probably pick up 2 of the tie-in miniseries. I know one of them is gonna be Spider-Man, and I'll probably get the Hercules one because I still can't believe Hercules is getting whatever. But other than that, Civil War 2, issue 0, not bad. Let's move on to a book that it's almost like you gotta wait 3, 4, 5, almost 6 months. It feels like 6 months when this book comes out, and that's Karnak. Number 4, Warren Ellis. So you do a good job with this. It's just, why does this book take so long to come out? Karnak, one of my favorite Inhumans. I love the guy. The man who can see your flaw, he can see your weak spot, and he can do anything about it. For the most part, I liked it. He's still doing this mission for Phil Coulson, but then I'm just not liking some of the way that you're writing Karnak in a sense. What I don't like is like seeing that Karnak is getting off on pain. He's smiling a lot in terms of like when he's getting hurt. I'm just like, what the hell? Like, why? He's really getting off on this stuff. And does he complete his mission for Shield and Phil Coulson? Kinda. But it's what he said at the end that just was like, really? Karnak wouldn't say that. All right, let's move on to Power Man and Iron Fist #4. This is the variant cover. The Horsemen of Apocalypse. Yeah. What if Iron Man and Luke were horsemen? If you get a good look at Luke, he's riding a flaming horse with an axe. It's pretty cool. This wraps up the story arc with Big Maria, Black Maria, and you know uh, Jenny Royce, who is a friend of Luke and Danny. This book just continues to be fun. David Walker does a good job with it. The only thing that really bothers me about this book is the artwork. I don't like how Luke is drawn. He's drawn like one of those stereotypical black characters you would see probably in classic Looney Tune cartoons. The big lips and stuff like that. I don't like that. Um, but do Luke and Danny get the job done and help their friend? And I'm not gonna spoil that. But there was just some funny stuff in here that just made me laugh. I got a kick out of it. Um, it's just that I really wish the artwork was better. Um, in most of these Marvel books, they're doing this Luke Cage like close shave like mini series, and it's an advertisement, and David Walker wrote it, and you got Daniel Keown right doing the artwork, and I'm like, how come they can't just get this guy to do the artwork? It's beautiful, but I love the ending where Jessica is starting to just call Luke out on it, like, you all right? Yeah, we're okay. You would, yeah. Why don't you two just say that you and Danny are back together and make it easier for everybody? Hey, is that Jessica? Tell her I said hey. Oh, she's not mad at me, is she? Stuff like that. And I love at the end where it's basically official. Luke and Danny are back together, and Danny's just like woohoo, and yeah, we're back, and then Danny's like, okay, first thing, of course, you need a costume, and Luke's like, no costumes. It's classic stuff. That's what this is. It has a little bit of a feel of a Rob Thomas when he was writing Power Man and Iron Fist back in the day. All right, let's move on to Spidey #6. Um, Rob Thompson still doing the writing, but a new artist on this. Um, I actually miss Bradshaw's artwork. I don't like how Peter's drawn in this. He has a really big head. I'm talking big, like it's ridiculous. Um, it's just really big, and when he's in his Spider-Man costume, it looks even bigger. But in this issue, it's with the Vulture, as you can see. Vulture has stolen something from Stark Industries. Of course, you know who else is going to be in here, and it's just fun. That's all this was. My bro Blue Goblin says that he via Twitter, he even said it. I remember him writing this, saying that he's been enjoying this more than he's enjoying the current Amazing Spider-Man. And you know what? That's saying a lot, but it's also very sad when the flagship title of Spider-Man, the current stuff, is not living up to par of retelling of his younger days, his year one as I guess as Spider-Man. But this was funny. The funniest thing is we get another nod of another character that's in another one of my books, as well as the banter between Tony and Peter was just hilarious. What I also want to talk about is Marvel. You got to calm down with making everything so up to date, like that's what's going on in the movies. I'll spoil this for you. Um, Tony, one of his sentient AIs, that are part of his armor, is Friday, and I'm like, really, Friday, really already? Isn't it supposed to be past stories? And he's already had Friday. I was just like, yeah, whatever. Let's move on to Spider-Man what is this, #4? Bendis, Pacelli. There are times I didn't think this was Pacelli's artwork. Okay, this is false advertising. This shit don't go down in here. Um, this issue was to me. It just focused on Genki, Miles, and uh, Gold Ball. You know, in school, Genki reveals the Gold Ball, right? Uh, gold balls. Pause. Gold balls. Pause again. That Miles is Spider Man, and Miles is just like he's just staring daggers at Danny Genki like, don't you dare, don't you tell him you're joking, tell him, and it is pretty much that, and Miles just leaves school, and he just like goes web slinging, and he's like, I'm gonna kill him, I'm gonna kill him, I'm gonna kill him. Then the son he gets attacked, shit happens, blah 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 blah. We see who his attacker, old dink 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 dink, Hammerhead himself. And then, of course, Hammerhead says, yeah, notify the Black Cat. And I'm just like, here we go. And then once again, Marvel, I fucking hate what you've done to Felicia Hardy. All because of one stupid misunderstanding that wasn't even Spider-Man. See what happens when it was Doc Ock in Spider-Man's body. Peter, he elbowed her or punched her, knocked a tooth out. She goes into she pretty much has a really inferiority complex or some shit, and then she wants to become like the queen pin of the criminal underground, and anybody who is Spider-Man themed, a spider themed character is the enemy. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, all right, whatever. So stupid. I hate it. Spider-Woman, number 7. This is the next part to Spider-Women. Hopeless and Jones do a good job. This was fun to see Jessica and Earth 6-5 Jessica or Jesse Drew fighting, and you got baby. What is Jessica's baby's name again? Uh, Jerry. Yeah, Jerry Drew. And they just go at it, and it's so funny. And of course, Gwen enters because she's stuck kind of where she is, and she comes in and she tries to punch Jesse Drew. She breaks her hand, and she's like, "Oh my God!" Like, is that what it feels like to punch somebody when you ain't got spider strength? And I'm just like, and I laugh at it because I'm like, no, girl, like you just never punched anybody before, because even if you shouldn't broke your hand on anybody, just I thought it was funny. I'm just like, you just don't know how to punch, Gwen. Uh, but then this is the penultimate issue of this Spider Women story arc, and it'll wrap up in the Spider Women Omega. But this was fun nonetheless. Yeah. All right, let's move on to Squadron Supreme number 7. This is not false advertising. You got both Nighthawks going at it. Regular 616 Kyle Richmond Nighthawk, and the Nighthawk Kyle Richmond of another universe that's stuck in this universe now, going at it. This does happen. But also there's some interesting storytelling between Dr. Spectrum, Toro, who is the partner of John Hammond, the other Human Torch. Remember the Human Torches? Yeah. I still don't like that Toro is an Inhuman now and he's not a mutant. I'm like, eh. But it was good dialogue between him on why even killing Namor was, Namor was a brother in arms. They fought in World War II together. So he was really hurt. He was pissed off about that. I was like, all right, that's good. That's good. But it is the gist of the two Nighthawks, and just seeing multiverse, different Earth Nighthawk, Whale, the just criticize 616 Nighthawk. You felt really bad for him. It's like you're washed up, you're a joke, you're not even irrelevant anymore. You should just go away and let me take over the mantle. I'll bring it justice. And I'm just like, man, I was just like, man, that's messed up. But this does happen. Um, and we're going to see some more because it ends kind of on a cliffhanger. But this was good. All right. And the final Marvel book, Uncanny Avengers #9. Dugan does the artwork. Laraz, Dugan does the writing. Laraz does the artwork. I'm going to spoil this one time, so get ready. I'm going to say it real quick because, that's the only thing I'm going to say about it. You ready? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hank Pym is back. And he's back with Ultron. Fused together with Ultron. That's all I'm going to say. All right. Let's move on to DC. Final issue 52 of Aquaman. Death Above, Death Below. This was good. Not bad. Very sad in a sense because Arthur has to do something that he didn't want to. He regrets doing something that was out of his hand. He was still fighting dead water. Um, Mirror shines. Mirror shines really well in this. I thought it was really cool. And it just gives you more up for Abaddon to continue his run with Arthur Curry, aka Aquaman. But you felt really sad for Arthur in this book, but not bad. I should save the. I should save that for last. But let's go on to Titans Hunt #8. Oh, Mr. Abaddon, thank you so much for this. This was damn good, and to the point it just makes me. I cannot wait to Titans Rebirth. What I will spoil about this is that they got their memories back. They know who they are. They know what they can do. And do they ever. Hawk shines in this pretty damn good. Uh, even Harold, Mal Duncan, and Karen Beecham, aka Bumblebee, shine in. She's out there fighting goddamn pregnant. And I'm just like, she's fighting the villain, Mr. Mr. Twister, excuse me. But I love the fact the team's got their memory back. It was great to see Dick in a Nightwing costume, whether it's the regular blue or not, but it's really good. I still feel that Roy needs to lose that fucking trucker hat, but other than that, it was great. Thank you, Mr. Abaddon, for this. I actually tweeted him and said thank you for this, which is good. All right, I'll be right back, guys. Okay, sorry about that. I apologize. Mouth getting dry. All right. So let's move on to the next book, and that is Wonder Woman #52. The final issue for the Finch, Meredith Finch. This was very sad too. I felt really bad um, for Wonder Woman as Diana and baby Zeke. and showcasing her love for baby Zeke and Zola. Hera comes off as a bitch in this. It's cute. Yeah, she comes off as a bitch. And what I will spoil, guys, is there's the rebirth of somebody. Who? I'm not going to spoil who it is, but you probably can guess who it is. But this was good, and once again, can't wait to see Roka back on Wonder Woman. Oh, yeah. All right. And here we go, guys. Last DC book. This, yes, is my pick of the week. Issue number 1 of HannaBarbera Future Quest. Got the Space Ghost cover. Jeff Parker, sir, you did a great job with this. It's taking all those classic Hanna-Barbera heroes and put them into one book. Get that. And this was one of the Hanna-Barbera DC books I was looking forward to. So I'm glad I got it. We get to see Johnny and Haji just being Johnny and Haji. Classic. We Mr. Parker, thank you for making Birdman. Yes, I'm going to spoil that. Birdman into a legit character that I can like. You know, watching his old cartoons was just really hard for me because I was just like, who is this guy? What is he? Does he just stay in that volcano and wait for missions from Falcon 7? Why does he monologue so much to himself? This, we get a good representation of him. And he felt a little bit like, he felt very Green Lantern like because he's a secret agent, but he felt Green Lantern like because he has somewhat of an oath that he says to become Birdman. But it's really cool. Uh, this this just made my day. Can't wait to the next issue because I think we're gonna get a fight between Birdman and another certain character. But yeah, this was good. Mr. Parker. Not bad, not bad at all. Yeah, yeah, it's good stuff. This is my pick of the week. Future Quest. Do yourself a favor. You check it out for yourself. All right. Let's move on to Action Labs, Actionverse number 6. Um, Del Santi Walker does the writing. This is the wraps up this story arc right here where the team, the action hero, the Actionverse team, uh, heroes like Molly Danger, Midnight Tiger, Stray, all those people, Virtue, finish off the villain here, Cascade. Yeah, yeah, like I said, stupid name, um, Cascade. Really? But wraps it up pretty nicely. Molly Danger in this was just so funny to watch. The stuff that she does was just hilarious. But the artwork was could have been better, but it wasn't atrocious to me. Steve Walker does the artwork. Um, it's just that I thought it could be because there were times Molly, even though she's like a little girl, there were times she looked like she was damn near 80 years old at one point. I'm like, geez, like she got wrinkles, but it was good. And let's move on to Gothic Comics, and we're talking number Rem 8 number 1. Beautiful cover, beautiful storytelling where it's uh, a future where basically where I guess you could say humans uh, have become more than have merged being techno organic, but there are some that are not. There's the main character here. She's not. She's like a abnormality, and they just ridicule her. Very this this comic is very graphic. But it's beautiful artwork. Very much influenced into Japanese culture. Asian culture, which was great. But yeah, this is not for kids to be reading. When I saw I turned the page to one panel, guys, and I'm seeing two girls, two lovers in water, and I'm seeing tatas and I'm seeing tata and bush, and I'm just like, yeah, this ain't good. This is not for kids. But this is also tragic, very tragic, but not bad. All right, move on to some dynamite, and we're moving on to Lords of the Jungle, the Sheena of the Jungle, and the Tarzan crossover. It's continued to be good. Once again, Jane has been taken because Tarzan was supposedly killed, but of course, he's not. Uh, Remember, Tarzan is still Lord of Greystone. Still, he's got the money and everything like that. And a lot of cousins are coming out of the woodwork trying to claim, because they could be next in line for the Greystone money legacy. And it's all about that paper, you know. But this is still good. It's kind of because remember, this is kind of like a time traveling because Sheena is from the present. Tarzan, they take this. This takes place during when Tarzan was popular and around. Jane, once again, I love how Miss Biako writes. I believe that's it. Karina, yeah, she writes. Yeah, writes the Jane not being the damsel in distress, which I love. And Roberto Castro's artwork is great, but this cover is beautiful. Look at that cover. Very, um, but fun nonetheless. Very fun indeed. I love the chemistry the chemistry between Sheena and Tarzan. Hence, two lords of the jungle. Let's move on to Red Sonia, number 5. Marjorie Bennett, no relation to I. Um, Still does a good job with this. We're still dealing with the imposter, Sonia the Crooked King, and Sonia's out, and she hunts down a mythical creature, and I'm not gonna spoil what it was. She actually captures it, and I was just like, "Fuck yeah!" Just how she captured it. I was just like, "What?" But this was good, and the people of of Hyracani, Sonia's home. They're not stupid. They know that the king is playing them, and it looks like a revolution is coming, and with Sonia leading the charge, and good stuff. And we end the Dynamite books with Xena, Warrior Princess, number 2. Nice cover of Gabrielle. Guinevere Valentine, Ariel Medell. Um, Still, I don't like where they've taken this book is taking place. But what are you gonna do? Uh, Xena and Gabrielle are pretty much ambushed by a group of women from different areas that have been taken. Their world or their homes have been taken over by the Roman Empire, and they don't know. And Xena's telling them, we're not your enemy. We're not friends to Rome. Things like that. But a lot of them are not very trusting of him. A lot of name drops are in this from Xena. For example, Barias, uh, Lao Ma. Once again, these are characters that were in the Xena series. Um, name drops like that are really good. But not bad, not bad at all. It's just the time setting, but not bad at all. All right, move on to the last two books, and we start off. This is a Vertigo. I I don't classify DC as Vertigo. I don't. I know they are, but I consider their own world. But Lucifer number 6. This is just trippy. This just focused more on Lucifer's son, and his girlfriend is his girlfriend's parents are Satanists, and it's all about Lucifer's son here, trying to get the throne of hell and things like that. But it is what it is. Not bad though, not bad at all. And you talk about bad, just but the fucking trippy. Clean Room number 8. Gail Simone, mwah. Lady Gail. Gail, you continue to write this book, and there's times I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my, oh my, oh my God. Stuff like that. This book just continues to get trippier and trippier and trippier. But I, I want to know how it's going to end. And in this, the main character says something that just made me go, what? Like, what? But, not bad at all. Well, guys, that's it for this week. I'll be back next time with some more reviews, as always, guys. What's coming out next week? That's big. I'm not sure, but I know I got a lot of reading probably next week, this week. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment section below. Tell me what you thought about the books, or what did you read? As always, and I will see you guys next time. As always.